To our beloved and dear ones, may God bestow upon us abundant blessing, salvation, and success. May everyone succeed and rise in all their endeavors, meriting all that is good. During these 3 weeks of mourning, we approach Tisha B'Av, a time for reflection, a time to correct all that our ancestors sinned in baseless hatred, in discord. And until we rectify the sins of our ancestors, which was baseless hatred, the temple will not be rebuilt. The Holy Torah tells us, do not remember for us former iniquities. We need to go back to the original sins, to the transgressions committed by the earlier generations for which the temple was destroyed. And what are the sins that the earlier generations committed for which the temple was destroyed? It is baseless hatred, and we must address the issue of baseless hatred. And each person needs to sit and reflect with themselves. Where do they harbor baseless hatred? Where are they developing it in their heart? And against whom is this baseless hatred directed? This is what we must work on and rectify, and in this way we can bring closer the coming of our righteous Messiah and the rebuilding of the Holy Temple speedily in our days. But as long as a person distances themselves from this and justifies themselves while blaming everyone else, as it was in those days of the destruction of the Second Temple, when there was Torah, there were acts of kindness. There was a level of Torah study among the highest in all generations, and acts of kindness among the greatest ever seen in any generation. But there was one thing there that was corrupted, baseless hatred. And until we go and search and find the baseless hatred that exists within us, and stop justifying ourselves in everything, but instead also consider the other person and where we might be wrong, not just where the other is wrong, that is when the coming of our righteous Messiah will begin to draw near. A person must know that nothing good comes out of disputes. Anyone who thinks they will gain something from disputes is making a serious mistake. Unless it is a dispute for the sake of heaven, the kind of dispute that King David refers to when he says, "Those who hate you, O Lord, I will hate." If it is not a dispute for the sake of heaven, then every dispute is not a good one, and the first person to be harmed by the dispute is the one who quarrels with another. A person who fights with another is the first to be harmed in a dispute. The other person, the one you are arguing with, is also harmed, but the first to be harmed is you. You are harmed first. And this can be illustrated with a story. There was a father whose son came home crying and upset. Why? Because some children had mocked him, and he was deeply saddened and very distressed. The father told him, "Don't be upset." The son said, "Until I take revenge on them, I can't calm down." His anger was burning within him. This boy was alive with rage and wanted revenge on those children who mocked him. The father was a wise and intelligent man. The father went and took the boy to a place where there were coals, and said to him, "Here are some coals." And at a distance from the coals, the father hung up some white shirts. The father said to his son, "Take the coals and throw them at the white shirts." The boy said, "Okay." The father left and let the boy throw coals at the white shirts. The father came back after an hour and said to his son, "Look, the white shirts you threw coals at got a little dirty here and there, but you are completely dirty. Your hands, your legs, your pants, your shirt, you're all dirty." The father said to him, "It's the same thing when you argue with someone and you pick up coals to throw at him. He might get a little dirty here and there, not very much, but you, who threw the coals, are completely dirty." Therefore, a person should know that when he argues with someone and wants to harm someone, who gets dirty first from the coals? The one who picks up the coals and throws them. Don't pick up coals and don't throw coals. Vengeance belongs to God. If someone did something bad to you, forgive him in your heart and leave it to the Holy One, blessed be He. Don't take on God's battles and don't take it upon yourself to judge and decide what someone else deserves. Leave it to the God of justice, to the Holy One, blessed be He, and in your heart forgive, pardon everyone. If you start to judge and deal with the world according to the justice and judgment you think is right, and you start throwing coals, you'll be the first to get dirty, on your hands, your feet, your clothes, your face, everywhere. Therefore, one of the most important things to think about and correct within ourselves during these days is to stop throwing coals at people. People might get a little dirty, but the one who throws the coals will get very dirty. May the Holy One, blessed be He, grant all of us salvation and joy, blessing and success, great heavenly assistance, and may we, with God's help, merit satisfaction and all that is good. Good news.